We are talking with Shanan Campanaro today. She is the founder of Eskayel, a truly unique company offering home accessories with really stunning patterns. Thanks for sitting down with us today.
Thank you for talking to me today.
So, what about the name of your company? Where does that come from?
I just kind of wanted to make up a name that sounded like a name because I didn't want to use my own name. I didn't want to use Shannon Campanaro,
hmm
so I made it up.
I like that. I like that. It's got a good sound to it. It sounds kind of fancy, but also comforting.
Yeah, I wanted it to not basically not mean anything. I kind of liked the way like Esprit sounded, and I just put together different letters and then tried to turn them into sound.
Well, let's just get right into your inspiration for both your art and then later how you take that art and create home goods from it.
Most of my paintings are of animals, and I have like a side organization that does exhibitions, and the exhibitions are always of animals, and then we give the proceeds to different environmental charities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like we've done stuff for like elephant orphanages in Africa, and then I painted like African animals like elephants and rhinos and stuff, and like lately we did a farm sanctuary, and I painted like cows and other like farm animals. So I just do my paintings for those shows, and then when I'm gonna create a home goods collection, usually I make a ton of patterns out of all my paintings. I just take small pieces of the paintings, flip them around, and turn them into patterns. And then once I see kind of like a theme, or like if I'm inspired by my travel, like the last collection I did was the Air collection. I was really inspired by like colors I saw in Italy, like on the Amalfi Coast, like the kind of brick, like the worn bricks and like sort of like earth tones and dark black marbles and stuff like that. I kind of take inspiration from my travels to give the collection a theme, and then color the patterns that I've made to fit into that theme and sort of pull patterns. I always have a lot more patterns than what I put out. Try to pull patterns from what I have to make collection that seems cohesive. And then, different patterns are good for different items. Like some patterns are really good for wallpaper, some are better for fabric.
And what got you started in manipulating your paintings in the first place? I think I read in your bio it started with you just were looking for some wallpaper for your own home you were designing.
I've lived in the same place for like 8 years. About 4 or 5 years ago, I just wanted to change everything. I think it's because I moved in here right when I got out of college. It was time to like not have IKEA furniture anymore, and kind of make my apartment more of an adult apartment. And I have this painting that has like these two kind of stripes through it, like decorative stripes. And I just thought that it would look like if it was repeated over and over again, it would make a really cool striped wallpaper. Just did some research on seeing like if I could print wallpaper or if that was available. And I found a printer who had that. And so I just made it and put it up in my house just to see what it would look like. Just on like I have like this accent wall that kind of sticks out, kind of like how a fireplace would stick out, but there's no fireplace. I put it on there, and I really liked it. I still have it up. And then I started doing like kind of crazy wallpaper prints out of my paintings to kind of put up in exhibitions, like behind the painting.
Mm.
And then I did like one exhibition, which was in the gallery in the back and a clothing shop in the front. And the owner like asked if she could put up some wallpaper in the shop for my exhibition, and because she really liked it in her shop. And then I don't know, I just slowly kind of thought it might be cool to try to do a wallpaper line.
So was it more of like a snowball effect like that, or was there an actual moment where you're like, hey, I could do this. I could have a home decor.
Oh, I found out about Brooklyn Designs, which is
hmm
a trade show for Brooklyn-based designers, and it's supposed to be like a juried show where only like I think 40 different companies get in every year. So I decided to do a collection and then submit it to Brooklyn Designs, and then I figured if I got in, then I would have a wallpaper company, and if I didn't get in, then maybe they weren't so good. So I got in. Yeah, then basically I had to be a wallpaper company to show at the show, and we got a really good response.
What year was that?
It was 2009.
Is that someone in the background there?
Yeah, that's my boyfriend and my partner Nick.
Hi.
He works with me.
That's
Does like
fun.
a lot of the business side of everything, and he does. He helps a lot with all the trade shows and stuff.
So it's a small operation then, you and boyfriend Nick.
Me and my boyfriend Nick and several interns and many freelancers.
How have you shaped a successful company? How have you?
It's a combination of an insane amount of work. I mean, I had a full time job that paid me really well up until about a year ago. So I invested a huge amount of my own money into the company, which I think was really important. And then I worked every night after work until like 2 in the morning, and I worked every weekend, and I made my boyfriend work. I think the first 2 years were really hard and really insane. And then I think beyond that, I just think when you're doing what you love, stay really true to your own creative vision. That's not hard to produce because it just comes out of you naturally. And I think I've just been really lucky because the design world has been really good to me. And, I've been an artist for a long time, and the art world is really competitive and hard and conceptual. And I didn't always have, we do these charity exhibitions and they're really great, but I don't have a ton of critical acclaim in the art world. But as soon as I started designing product, the design world really embraced me, and they've been really, really good to me. And I've gotten a lot of press, and I think that's really helped. And then I think our business model has been helpful too, because we make everything to order, so we don't carry any stock. Yeah, I think that's been a good model for me to be able to carry on. I think a lot of small businesses, if they start out, making a certain amount of stock and it doesn't sell, then they're stuck with a kind of a liability. So I think there's some smart things about our business model that helped us to start small and then get bigger without getting into too much debt.
Do you have any business, in your background or your schooling? Because you sound pretty smart about it all.
Well, my parents have their own company. It's a fitness company, and I've worked in their company probably in like every single department as I was growing up. I mean, they made me work in the company when I was like 11. I think I was like stuffing mailer packets, and I worked in like the back room. I've worked in the sales department, the customer service department.
What else is on the horizon? Are you going to be expanding into even different kinds of items, just doing new lines? What do you got up your sleeve?
I have some really exciting stuff up our sleeve. One thing I'm doing for fall for gift items is like these really cute little welcome mats that are really, really, really bright and saturated. They're kind of like something I could never really do on wallpaper or fabric because they're too crazy, but I think they might be really cute welcome mats. And then I have some rugs coming out through a licensing partnership in November, and I'm working on trying to get like a bedding partner and maybe like a ceramics partner.
Be sure to visit Eskayel.com for more information. That's ESKAYEL.com. You've been listening to a Two Modern Designer interview. For more fun podcasts, inspiring design posts, and design advice, check out the blog at twomodern.com.